Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kemi Ogk back with another video. There was a video that was supposed to drop last week, but I recorded it and everything, but technical difficulties. So forgive me for that. But we're back with another video this week, and in this week's video we will be talking about PCOS while I get ready for this meeting. If you see me looking down, I have notes on my phone that I'll be like reading off of. Like that helps me a lot, taking notes before making a video, because when I technically just started YouTube, but like my first couple of videos, I just used to go off like based on my head, and that's not acceptable. You got to be ready for your presentation, like the same way you would be ready for your presentation in school is the same way I should be ready to give y'all the deets. So that's what we'll be doing / talking about today. We're about to get into the video like right now.
A few moments later.
First of all, we're gonna put this hair back. So what is PCOS? PCOS stands for polycystic ovary syndrome. This is if you see me looking there, I have mirrors on both sides. I just found a new setup. I hope I like it. So anyways, this is a hormonal disorder. Causing enlarged ovaries with small cysts, and this really could affect the reproductive or not reproductive, what is it called? Yeah, I was right. It affects the reproductive years of females, basically. And let me tell you, as a person who has PCOS, for a person who has PCOS, I can honestly say it has affected my cycles. I'm a little bit scared because I am at my reproductive years and I do want to have children. So it kind of makes me scared that like, can I have a kid? I definitely don't want to wait until I'm in my 30s, excuse me, to start having kids. I just truly don't. So husband, wherever you at, oh, come on, let's stop playing. But anyways, I definitely don't want to wait until I'm in my 30s to start having kids. I only want two. I want to have both before 30 by the grace of God. Like, God, please. But it has really like affected my cycles until I was on the pill. But I have to get off of that because I can't be using that for the rest of my life. But I won't really speak on the pill because it works for people in different ways. For me personally, I know a lot of people say that it has really affected them down there, but it don't really affect me. Like I just take it and everything's back to normal. But one of the ways that it really affected me was my skin. I never had acne growing up, which is funny because now that I think about it, I rather would have had acne growing up as a teenager than now that I'm in my 20s. Like, I just feel like it's so ridiculous. So anyways, I don't have that much time. So yeah, like I was saying, like PCOS has really affected my skin, and it didn't affect my skin as bad as it did last summer. I will definitely insert videos for you guys to see. In fact, I might just drop it now so you guys can see. It really like affected my skin to the point where I actually became so insecure. Like I don't think I've ever been that low in my life because I'm just like, what is all of this? Like, why is it like now that my skin wants to act up this way? It was so freaking bad to the point where even makeup Like makeup could not hide it. So what do? At first, I really did try to like do it on my own, like buy products, research, blah blah blah, like go off methods, because I have had like hormonal breakouts before, but within a month it clears up. It has just never gotten that bad. Now I tried this. I started around April of last year, but I'm like, oh, okay, it's gonna go away. Like sometimes I break out and it'll go away, and then I'll get my. I can't even remember the last time I had glass skin, and that's so crazy. Like I used to have like the best skin, but needless to say, I was just like, okay, it's gonna go away. Like I've had breakouts like this, and it's gonna go away. So I thought. It was so bad to a point where I had to go see 3 medical specialists. So it got so bad to the point where I had to see 3 medical specialists. So I went to go see my OB. Never had kids before, but once you are over the age of 21, it's good to check down there. I went to go see an endocrinologist and a dermatologist. I probably should have went to go see a dermatologist first, but I had symptoms of PCOS since I was about 19. So it was like my last year being a teenager. And they was like, oh, you have symptoms of it, but I never got it tested. 4 years later, I got it tested. So I got it tested over the summer, and it came out to be that it was PCOS. But then when I first got it tested, they were just like, okay, just get on the pill. And that's literally what I've been on. I've been on the pill for about 4 years, and I'm actually off of it now, thank God, because I just don't feel the need to, I just feel like there should be more natural ways. So I got off the pill. It never really affected me anyway. I will say that. I don't have anything negative to say about being on birth control. If I did, I will, but it really didn't do anything bad to my body. If you are a woman who have used birth control and it has done some things to your body that you don't like, share with me in the comments, because I don't know, I really don't. Maybe it has, but I just never thought of it in that way. But I did not have any issues whatsoever being on the pill. The only thing I knew I was not interested in was the ID. You're not about to stick something in me. I just don't even like that feeling. It makes me itch. So, yeah. What are you doing? Concealer under my eye, because legit after the meeting, baby, I'm taking this makeup off immediately. So, I went to a dermatologist, endocrinologist, and OB, like I said. And I also went to like my primary doctor too. So 4. So I went to my OB, and they gave me the annual test down there, and they're like, oh, you have low grade this, which is not a bad thing. So that one went the way it did. And then I went to my dermatologist. I was just like, there's something going on with my body right now. And she's like, yeah, I can see, because the type of acne that I had, I'm going to try to see if I can insert that video. The type of acne that I had, it was hormonal. So it was affecting me from the inside. So at first, I cut off every junk food that I was eating. And I'm actually going to make another video of that, like how I lost 30 pounds. How I lost 30 pounds in 3 months. So stay tuned for that video. It may be right after this, so just so I can get that out the way. So I started losing weight, and after because I was also scared of hirsutism. I've seen, like, I have like chin hair, but it's not like thick or anything like that. You can barely even see it, but it's just an insecurity for me. So I asked her, like, is it hirsutism? And she's like, I can't really say that she can do the blood work for me, but I would have to go to an endocrinologist, which I did. And honestly, going to that endocrinologist might have just saved my life. Not in a bad way, but like, in a very, very like good way, going to the endocrinologist. I don't really feel like doing my brows. I actually don't even really feel like doing my makeup, but I gotta be cute, you know? I gotta represent myself. But anyways, going to the endocrinologist might have been one of the best decisions. And child, while I was still on my parents' insurance, I took advantage of that. So I went to the endocrinologist, and that's when they did like a complete blood work, everything like complete, to the point where I found out that I wasn't pre-diabetic, but there's like a count. So pre-diabetic stage is from like 5.9 to whatever. I forgot the number. If you're into medicine or know about this, let me know what it is, because I forgot. So pre-diabetic stage was 5.9 to something, and then diabetic stage. So I was about like 5.7, and I'm like, wait, that's like pre-diabetic. And that is what prompted me to start losing weight. And that will be a video for another day. It will be actually the next video, I promise. It's gonna be the next video. I'm gonna hurry up and do my brows and then come back. I had to put powder on my brows. I kind of drew it too dark, and I'm trying to go for like a natural kind of beat. That's why I'm using my skin tint. So yeah, like once I went to my endocrinologist, and you know, she just explained, like, she did put me on some medication, which I'm so grateful for, but she just explained like you have to develop a healthy lifestyle. You don't want to wait until your 30s and stuff like that. And most of the things that she told me, like, you know, advised me of, I've been doing it since then, and it actually doesn't make me scared. Well, I don't know. We have faith in God, but you know, like, I do want to have kids, and I know PCOS can affect that whole process. So we're just praying that. So yeah, so I went to 4 specialists, you know, and everything was just like, oh, you have to control your weight. And it was so crazy because up until last year, I have always been able to maintain my weight. So it was just like, what happened last year that everything, like, I almost like lost control of everything, and it just made me really depressed because I've never been that big. Like, I've never weighed over 200 pounds in my life, and I weighed 210. Like, once I was in the 200s, I was like, okay, I'm gonna lose it. 206, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna lose it. 210, I was like, nah, because from here it's only gonna go to 215, 220, and before you know it, you can't control your weight. I mean, you could, but like, it's gonna be so much harder. So yeah. So I'm gonna go in with my elf. If you ever come across these videos, I love this. And in the shade Gorge Orange. I should have known that. This is my favorite. Like I said, I'm only using a little bit because I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, to all the girlies out there living with PCOS, oh my gosh, it's not the end of the world. Some of the things you can do, which is going to be in my weight loss video. Y'all, I'm doing such a like natural beat today, even though I double concealed. But I'm not using no blush, bronzer, contour, none of that. After this, I'm done putting my powder on, and we can get straight into the meeting because I do not have time. I have to go to my meeting actually. What was I saying? So yeah, for the girlies that do have PCOS, it's really not the end of the world. And I've seen people have babies, so I think at the end of the day, it's always God's will. So when there's a way, there's a will. Anyways, like, you still can live your life. Unfortunately, there has been no scientific like discovery as to what causes it, and I just feel like it's so crazy. And I truly believe that PCOS affects like women of color. I know it affects like women all around, but I believe that it affects women of color more. especially like African women. I just really feel like it affects African women. And even though you have PCOS, some people who have kids, even they have PCOS, like when they want to have kids later on in the future, and they find it difficult. And that's simply because when you're young, like let's say I was like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, it's easier for me to have a kid. But the older you get, and my doctor explained this, the older you get, it's just very much harder. And for women who don't have PCOS, some of them, they can have babies in their 40s because it's easy for them. But if I was to have PCOS in my 40s and I want to try for a kid, then it's going to be harder, which I don't know why. But my skin, like, some of the things I explained, like I went to the doctor for a specialist, and once I started working out and drinking more water and eating more healthy, like I cut up juice, all types of junk food, and my skin is the way it is now. It's not where I want to be, but like there's changes slowly. I haven't been back to the endocrinologist or dermatologist in about 6 months now, because I just felt like every time I was going, I was just getting bad news. I do have to go back because, yeah, these brows didn't come out the way I wanted it to today. So we're just gonna stay like that. Stay like that. I'm gonna use my one size today. You know, I love, and this the color Sweet Honey. I love my one size, and my Huda so much. We is locked in, like for real, for real. We are locked in. Sorry, y'all. So yeah, another thing I did with my skin because of PCOS was I stopped trying every freaking product there was. Like, it was not helping. Because before like the outbreak that I had last summer, I was good. Like I could try anything, and if my skin doesn't like works well with it, like I'll know, and I'm like nah. But I had to stop. I had to go for things that was just playing, and I was just like, this is not me. But I had to change my face cream, face lotion, all that, and it was just so much. It was just a depressive time, guys. Like, I would never want to go back to that. I did like the skin edition because I think that's really the only thing that I've seen, that the only bad part of PCOS that I have. And another thing that I'm scared of is like, giving birth in the future. I don't know yet. So, but for right now, it's just really skin. I've been able to successfully lose 30 pounds and more. So I'm not really worried about that. My cycles, the first days are painful, but what can we do? It's human. Well, it's in the female nature. I'm just gonna do a little bit of this. Oops. Anyways, so I'm ready for my meeting. I actually have to get going. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video of me kind of like just being vulnerable, because honestly, when I first had PCOS, I never wanted to admit to anyone that I had PCOS, because I'm not gonna lie, I was ashamed. I was really like ashamed. Like, why does everything bad always have to happen to me? Blah, blah, blah. But the more like, I don't know, like, females started opening up more, and I'm like, really? Like, and it got so bad to the point where like in the beginning, like girls would be like, oh, I have PCOS. And I'm like, really? Oh, me? And then I'll stop, because it was like I was ashamed. Really, like I was ashamed. But it's something that a lot of females are going through. So I'm just so, I wish it wasn't a thing, but I'm so thankful that I have a community of females who are going through the same problems that I'm going through. And the only thing that I see with my PCOS is my skin. It has been like the past year has been just so depressing with my skin. I don't know what else to do. I've been to the doctors. I've tried everything, So yeah, living with PCOS, oh my God, I cannot say the freaking word right. Living with PCOS is not the end of the world. And I don't know, I just feel like somebody said, everybody always have something. So this is just something that I have to deal with. And, I've been maintaining it And another thing that I learned, I didn't know, I was at the gym one day getting trained, and she's like, oh, do you have any medical issues? And I'm like, no, not really, but I do have like PCOS, but it's not that serious. She's like, oh no, it is that serious, blah blah blah. That, you know, sometimes PCOS is caused by a rush in adrenaline, like if you were always scared when you were younger. So I was like, wow, I had never heard that before, but who knows, because I grew up in a strict home. Listen, they call Kemi, I'm like shaking, which shouldn't be, but who knows, maybe that's the cause. Because when I've actually had conversations with females who have like heavy PCOS, and I'm just like, well, I never really had symptoms until like last summer, where my skin just like gave up on me. And before I got on the pill, my cycle was not coming the way it should have. So it's just like, you know, where is it at? So those are the only two things. And now that I'm about to get off the contraception or whatever, we're gonna see. I'll probably update you guys like in 3 months and see if it comes regularly. It actually did. I actually got off for about 4 months coming into the new year, and it was going so well. I was getting it, and then it didn't stop, and I was like, oh no, it didn't stop 3 whole weeks. And I was like, okay, next week. And I didn't want to go back to the doctor because I just knew she was going to be like, well, okay, you got to go back on it. So I just went back on it, and it's been regular since. So yeah. But that is the end of today's video. I probably will be making another video talking about how I lost weight and stuff like that. I have to go get ready for my meeting. I will see you guys in my next video. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And anything that you want to see, or, you know, see me talk about, drop it below in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on TikTok. I don't know when we're gonna be when I'm gonna go back on IG. I don't know. I might just take the year off IG. Take the year off. It don't pay me anyway. But yeah. So I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Love you. Bye. Bye, guys.